For 47 days, from October the 8th until November the 23rd, the relentless Israeli bombardment and airstrikes on 2.3 million trapped civilian population of Gaza killed more than 15,000 people, and of those, more than 6,000 were children and more than 4,000 were women. And these figures are not just plucked from thin air, but come from Geneva-based NGO Euromed Human Rights Monitor. And then there are thousands more which are missing, trapped under the rubble. The NGO also noted that 1.7 million people, almost 3/4 of the entire population, had been displaced, as nearly 250,000 homes were completely destroyed or partially destroyed. A child is being killed every 10 minutes in Gaza. And according to the UNO, Gaza has once again become the most dangerous place in the world to be a child. It has literally become a graveyard for children. The relentless carpet bombing has been collectively punishing the entire civilian population of Gaza, and it has also been targeting hospitals, mosques, churches, universities, UN-run schools and libraries, refugee camps, ambulances, health workers, doctors, UNAID workers, journalists and their families. Fuel, food, clean water and electricity and internet has been cut and has been used as a weapon of war, which is illegal under international and humanitarian law and is a possible war crime. And after the so-called humanitarian pause, Israel has restarted its devastating bombardment of Gaza, and more than 1,000 civilians have lost their lives since Friday. And it's continuing with its genocide and ethnic cleansing. All of this did not happen in a vacuum, according to the Secretary General of the United Nations. And this did not start on October the 7th. Of course, we condemn all loss of human civilian life. And what Hamas did to the Israeli civilians and children is totally abhorrent. And we hope and pray that the hostages get back to their families and they get peace and closure. But what the Israeli bombardment has done since that to the civilian population of Gaza is even more horrific and soul-destroying, and there seems to be no end in sight. And our governments are complicit in this death and destruction by not having the moral courage to call for a ceasefire. Remaining silent is not an option, and be please on the right side of history. The Palestinian people have been living under occupation and apartheid and oppression for the last 75 years. They deserve more than humanitarian pauses. They need a permanent ceasefire, and they need a state and a homeland of their own where can they live in peace and dignity and be free of oppression. Whoever lives there, be they Jews, Christians and Muslims, have equal rights. And Palestinian children have dreams, goals and ambitions just like our children. You cannot bomb your way to peace. The only way to lasting peace for both Palestinians and Israel is a political solution where the Palestinians are not treated as second-class citizens in their own land where they have lived for generations. They have the right to vote, and they don't have to navigate walls, border crossings daily, and endure humiliations, beatings, and sometimes death at the hands of the Israeli soldiers and settlers, where their homes are not illegally occupied and taken, their olive trees are not cut, and their villages are burned. The violence is a consequence to the oppression which has been going on. And most importantly, let the children of Gaza live. If everyone in that land was treated as equal human beings, where Palestinians' lives mattered, their children's lives mattered, there would be no violence. And we could hopefully have a lasting peace and we have to go back to the source of violence. Palestinians' lives have to be treated, and they have to be treated as equal human beings and not just collateral damage. We demand a ceasefire now. Thank you.